Hi, Julia.
Hello.
Again. First, can you make a short presentation of you and tell us some people you work, some people who have worked with you?
Well, I've worked for a long time. I play cello, and I've worked for a long time with lots of different artists in New York. I played for almost 10 years in a band called Rasputina, which was a band of 3 cellos and vocals and drums, and we kind of like played cello rock, which was sort of an interesting concept. So I did that for a long time, and then I've done a lot of recording sessions with lots of people. And over the past few years, I've been playing in a band called Antony and the Johnsons, which is a really amazing project. I'm really thrilled to be a part of that. It's great.
You have released a record last year called Delay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us more about the name of this record and the cover?
I made it sort of in between doing a lot of touring. That was a year when I did a lot of touring with Antony, and I became really obsessed with airports and the whole concept of when you're in an airport, how it's kind of like you're in between these two places, like you're kind of in transition between two different places. It's almost like being in limbo. It's like an interesting emotional state to be in. And because the music is all instrumental, I ended up just sort of using those emotions I tried to convey those emotions a little bit in music, and I ended up naming all the pieces after various airports around the world.
So, according to you, what is the most striking thing in the airport?
I think, well, each airport, it kind of has its own character because it is representative of whatever country it's in, but at the same time, they're super generic spaces, like very consumerist, very generic. But at the same time, they also can be really like emotional places because people are arriving, people are leaving, people are having these kind of emotional things in these very generic spaces, and that's kind of interesting to me.
When was your first trip abroad?
Oh, I've been traveling ever since I was really small. I've done a lot of traveling in my life.
And what was your favorite country?
Oh, France, of course. No, I don't think there's a country I don't like. Like every country's interesting. I really love to travel. I love coming to new places and meeting new people and experiencing new cultures. It's like my favorite thing. So I'm lucky to get to do it.
You are a cello player. How do you compose the song of your album?
I do it sort of through a process rather than kind of composing everything in my head and writing it down. I kind of do it because it's all based on loops. So I kind of start with like a loop or a texture or like a harmonic idea or a melodic idea. And then I just work with it and I kind of build layers with it. And sometimes it really develops in an unexpected way. And sometimes it doesn't develop at all. So then it's like a little stillborn thing. And but it's interesting. It's like more a process.
And I've heard that you use some other instruments, just like Fontana Rossa.
Oh, yeah.
A sort of keyboards, a special keyboard.
That's an omnichord, which is like a weird little synthesizer from the 80s, I think, made by Suzuki. And it's kind of like it's like a very primitive synthesizer that's like an electronic auto harp or something. And it has all these strange little sounds. But I kind of like it because it's like a very weird, and mine is especially weird because I dropped it, so it's very idiosyncratic sounding.
What are your sources of influence?
Oh, well, I love all different kinds of music. Like I listen to a lot of classical music. I mean, obviously I love Arvo Pärt and those kinds of minimalist composers, Louis Andriessen. And then there are lots of bands like Stars at the Lid. I really love their music. Like that kind of droney, minimal ambient music. And I love the way they use acoustic instruments with electronics. Like, I think they combine them in a really amazing way.